necessary. To function properly in society, you have to have people around you. It's annoying, like periods, but there's a point to it. Without friends, people start labelling you a loner. They check your internet history or start smelling bomb-making chemicals in your garage. But the Pixos and I have little in common, this is true. I'm an editorial assistant at a local snooze paper. Imelda's an estate agent. Anais is a nurse, currently on maternity leave. Lucille works in a bank. Her sister Cleo is a university PE teacher cum personal trainer. And Pidge is a secondary school teacher. We don't even have the same interests. Well, me and Annie will message each other about the most recent episode of Peaky Blinders, but I'd hardly call us bezies. And it may look like I'm the quiet cuckoo in a nest of rowdy crows, but I do perform some function within the group. Originally, when I first met them all in sixth form, I was a bit of a commodity. I'd been a bit famous as a child, so I'd done the whole celebrity thing. Met Richard and Judy. Jeremy Kyle gave me a Wendy house. I'd been interviewed on one of those Countdown to Murder programmes. Nowadays, I'm just the thoughtful friend or the designated driver. Lately, I'm chief listener. I know all their secrets. People will tell you anything if you listen to them for long enough and pretend you're interested. Annie, our resident prego, is due to drop sometime in March. The witches four, Lucille, Cleo, Imelda and Pidge, had spared no expense on the nappy cake, cards, streamers, balloons and booties to decorate the table. I'd brought a fruit basket filled with exotic fruits like lychees and mangoes, starfruit and amberella, as a nod to Annie's Mauritian heritage. It had gone down like a whore on a Home Secretary. At least I wasn't driving, so I could quaff as much Prosecco as my liver could cope with and snuggle my brain into believing I was having a good time, while they were all clucking on about the usual. The Pixos themselves like talking about 5 things above all others. 1. Their partners, usually to slag them off. 2. Their kids, conversations I can't really join in with because I don't have any, so unless it's cooing over school nativity photos or laughing at vines of them wiping poo up the walls, my contribution just isn't called for. 3. IKEA, usually because they've just been or are just going. 4. Dieting. What works / what doesn't. What's filling / what isn't. How many pounds they've lost / put on. 5. Imelda's wedding. She only announced it in September, but I can't actually remember a time when it wasn't on our conversation rota. In my head, I'm usually thinking about 5 things above all others. 1. Sylvanian families. 2. My as-yet unpublished novel, The Alibi Clock. 3. My little dog, Tink. 4. When I can go to the toilet and check my social media feeds. 5. Ways I can kill people I don't like, without getting caught. Before too long, a tray of drinks comes over. Prosecco and a selection of lightly smudged glasses. "What's this?" Imelda asked. "Compliments of the gentleman at the bar," said the waiter, and we looked over to see 2 types leaning against the counter, evidently looking to score with the nearest friendly vagina. The one wearing gold hoop earrings and too much gel raised his pint in our direction. His other arm was in a sling. His friend, in the Wales rugby shirt and sporting tattooed forearms, a cut on his left eyebrow and a protruding beer gut, was unashamedly salivating over Lucille's ridiculous breasts. She says she doesn't do it on purpose. Yeah, and I don't bleed from my crease every month. "Well, marvellous," she smiled, swooping into the bread basket. We each took a glass and cheersed the men before continuing our conversational merry-go-round. Babies, boys, IKEA, and how draining it was just generally having tits. Annie opened her presents, all of which she thought were either